Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to implement Google Ads for both Android and iOS. This is going to be using Dart and Flutter. And the first thing you want to do is log into your Firebase account and add a project. I'm going to give it a name. The app I'm going to be using is a girls slide puzzle. Okay, click continue. You can enable Google Analytics. Select your account, create project. Okay. Now, when you want to test your ads, you must make sure that you're using test IDs, add unit IDs, okay? So I'm going to put the links below for both Android and iOS. Okay, so project is ready. For this example, I'm just going to add an Android app. So your package name is located in your build.gradle. I'm going to go copy and paste that. Go to my build.gradle and then over here. This is created in the beginning when you first create your project. Paste that there, you can give it a name if you want. And now your debugging signing certificate SHA-1. This is found if you, an easy way to find it is if you edit your build.gradle. Here you go, it's your app build.gradle, and to get your SHA-1 all you want to do is open editing in Android. You can do that in a new window, and once it's done indexing, okay, so you go to your Gradle, Android app, and then tasks, Android, and your sign-in report. In your signing report you got your SHA-1 and your SHA-256, so you might need that if you're creating a messaging app. So we're going to copy this, and you can exit, cool, and we'll paste it over here. So you can click register. Cool, now you want to download this Google services.json, and if it downloads with the bracket 1, you want to remove that 1, and you want to paste it over here in your app folder. Okay, so I'll do that. Rename, just delete that 1. Okay, it's not letting me. No, okay. So what I'm going to do is copy it, and I'm going to paste it here, and over here when I paste it I'll give it a name like that. Okay, perfect. Okay, so once you paste that in your app, you're going to click next, and here you got to add some code. Okay, so the first thing is your project.level build.gradle. Let's go have a look at that. So we're probably going to have to add this. Okay, so navigate to your project.level build.gradle and add this class path, Google services, and sometimes to say that's a 9, it'll be highlighted, and you can right click, show context, and change. It will always give you the latest version. Okay, once you've done that, what else do we need to do? You also make sure that Google is added to your repositories. So let's check that. Here's Google and Google, that's good. Okay, now the next thing you want to do is apply a plugin to your app level build.gradle. Okay, so we're going to copy that and go to our app build.gradle, and over here we can paste that there. The next thing you want to do is add these dependencies. Okay, so you want to scroll down after you've applied your Google Services plugin, and if you don't have these brackets here, dependencies, you can add that, and I'm just going to paste it here. This is what you need to add: your Firebase call. Well, again, if this is a different number, it'll suggest which number is the latest one, and your Firebase analytics. And then while I'm here, I'm going to add my play services ads. Okay, so we can implement the ads. Cool, don't worry about this red underlined. We're gonna exit our build.gradle, and you can go File, Invalidate Caches, and Restart. Okay, that'll get rid of any issues. Once you've done that, you can click Next, and we're all set. Continue. Cool. Now the next thing you want to do is sign into your Google Admob. You can click Apps and add an app. Okay, I've already added this slide puzzle, and you want to click Add Units and get started. So for this tutorial, I'm going to create a banner ad and an interstitial ad. So you can click banner v1. In your advanced settings, you can select a floor. So if you don't want to get paid really little for your ads, you can create a really high floor, whatever. I'm just going to create medium. So they do say that it will affect your fill rate, so just remember that. Anyway, you can create that ad. Okay, now this is your app ID. This you're going to put in your manifest. So below the launcher, we're going to add this tag, and where it says value, we're going to copy and paste that from Google Admobs. Okay. And paste. Cool, that's all you need to do there. Okay, so once you've copied your app ID into your manifest, it's given you your banner ad ID. We're not going to use that today. We're just using test ad IDs, but you can create another ad unit and select interstitial, give it a name, and you can give it a medium floor if you want, and that'll have the same app ID. And then once you've done with your testing of the app, you can add your correct ad unit ID, but just make sure that you don't use this in the testing phase, otherwise you'll get your account banned. Now, to implement Google Ads, what you want to do in your pubspec.yaml, you want to import, there we go, Google Mobile Ads, and we're going to check if this number is up to date, this version. So we're going to go to our pub dev and search for Google Ads. Click on this. Yeah, we can see it's changed to version 1.00. So we're going to copy that and paste that there. Okay, for our ads, we're also going to use the provider package, so you can implement that. Let's just make sure that that's also up to date. Provider, and it's changed to 6.01. Okay, so we can change that as well. Now you want to say pubget. This is going to download your packages. Okay, code 0, cool. Now you're ready to implement. So the first thing I do is I go to my utilities and I create a new Dart file, and I'm going to call this add state.dart. Okay, so this is your add state. It's a class. It has a feature which gets initialized in your main.dart, and this is going to hold your BannerAdUnitId as well as your BannerAd listener. So your ID, this will be your Android ID, this is your iOS. Okay, and you want to go and get that from your website. So here you can get all your test ad IDs. Here I'm going to copy the banner ID, paste that in, and iOS, and paste that in. Cool. First thing you want to do in your main.dart is initialize your mobile ads. If it's underlined in red, you can show context actions, and this will tell you to import your Google Ads package. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is provide your mobile ad instance to the rest of your app, like this. So your provider, you can import that. Okay, so for your ad state, you want to add this line as a final, and then this is the class that we created, so we're going to import that. Okay, cool. So on our easy select page, this is where we want to implement our banner ad, and when you click through to the level, that's when you want to implement the interstitial ad pop-up. Okay, so for our banner ad, I'm going to add our ad request, and here you can list keywords that will relate to the ad shown. So I just searched highest paying keywords and added those. Now I'm going to add 2 banner ads. So you want to initiate our banner ad and give it a name. Okay. Now next you want to create a function which will load the banner, and in here setting a state and loading each one individually, and we can start getting rid of the red by importing the packages. Cool, looks a bit better. Okay, next after init state we're gonna say did dependencies change. Okay, so this is did change dependencies. It's a function which just makes sure that your banner ad is equal to banner ad, right? So over here we've put our add state, and add state.BannerAdUnitId, this is where you get your add unit ID. Okay, our request is our request up here. There we go. And our size is just add size.largeBanner. Okay, you can change it. You can just do add size.banner. And our listener is again from our add state that we created, our banner ad listener. Okay, then don't forget to load it. Okay, now very importantly, okay, I've just put our interstitial ad in there as well because it's going to be needed. But you need to make sure that you dispose your ads, otherwise you're going to have problems with the widget tree. Okay, now because I'm loading 2 banner ads, I've put them each in their own stateful builder, and this you're going to call in your build widget. So you want to go down to where you want to implement your ad, and the first one I'm going to put above my carousel. Okay, somewhere over here. Okay, so this is going to be an if statement saying if your banner ad 1 is equal to null, then just put a sized box, height 50, else display banner ad widget 1, right? For your banner ad widget 2, we're going to put this at the bottom under the size box. Cool. And now the only thing that I've found that you have to do is when your build function runs the first time, I want to say load banner. Okay. Now our interstitial ad, the first thing I want to do is say our max failed load attempts is equal to 3. Okay, this is a constant that you paste outside of your class. The next thing I'm going to do is initialize our interstitial ad and also give it a number of load attempts. Okay, so the first function you want to create is going to be your create interstitial ad function. This is going to load with your add unit ID, your interstitial ad, right? Then you're going to have another function which is show interstitial ad, which we're going to call when we press the level that we select. Okay. So let's go ahead and get that add unit ID. It's going to be an Android interstitial. Okay, paste that in there. Cool. Now in your init state you want to say create interstitial ad. Okay, you want to run that function. And you want to show, don't forget that we've added this already, your dispose ad. And we want to go ahead and show our interstitial every time we select our carousel image, and then we will navigate. Okay, so what I'm going to do quickly is run through what we've done. Remember that the first thing you want to do is make sure that you've registered your app with Firebase and you've got your Google services.json file. Okay. The next thing you want to make sure that you do is create your add state.dart, and then you want to initialize your Google Ads in your main. Okay, yeah, init, and your add state, provider.value, add state, cool. Next, implementation. We did this in our easy select menu. Okay, you've got your interstitial maxed failed temps 3. You got your add request keywords. You initialize both your banner ad and your interstitial with your initial number of interstitial load attempts equal to 0. You got your load banner function. Okay, in here you've got both banner ad 1 and 2. Don't forget to load .load. And you've also got your create interstitial ad function with the correct test ad ID, and your show interstitial ad function, right? Now don't forget to create your interstitial ad in your init state, and for your banner ad you want to do did change dependencies. That's important. Very important as well to make sure that you dispose of your ads. Now for this, because we have 2 banner ads, we've got stateful builders for each of them, and we want to load our banner in our build widget, as well as implement our banner ads with the if statement and show interstitial ad in our onTap function. Okay guys, we have success. Here we can see our first banner ad and our second. Obviously the sizes are different because one of them is a large banner, and hopefully when we click here you can scroll through the levels, and hopefully when we click interstitial ad's going to pop up. And there you go. Nice job. Cool.